Good morning. Sunday morning in our prayer time before service at church, one of our folks mentioned that she was wakened in the middle of the night and she heard the Lord use the term audacious or audacity. And we talked a little bit about that as and during and after we prayed on Sunday morning for the service. God moved in a great way, by the way. But I reminded them of a scripture that I knew. It's from the New International Version, but it's Luke chapter 11. Jesus tells the story. And basically, it's not really a story, it's like a parable. And he says, suppose you have a friend. He said, your friend comes to you at midnight and says, friend, lend me some bread. And, somebody's come to visit me and I need some bread. And he says, well, we are in bed. My kids are in bed. I'm in bed. No, I'm not going to give you any bread. And he says, but he keeps asking for it. And he says in verse 8 of Luke 11, he says, I tell you, even though he will not get up and give you the bread because of your friendship, yet because of your shameless audacity, he will surely get up and give you as much as you want. And then he says, so I say to you, ask and it'll be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives, he who seeks finds, and to him who knocks the door will be open to you. You know what God is saying to you today? He's saying be persistent. See, the King James Version uses the word importunity. Because of instead of shameless audacity, it uses the word importunity, which is a word probably hardly any of us know what it means today, but it's a combination of two Greek words that means it means really shameless. It means that you'll do whatever it takes to get whatever it is that you need. But Jesus uses this in a positive way. Because of his shameless audacity, because he would not give up, because he would not let up, he'll give him as much as he wants. And then he contrasts that with the Lord. And he says, so I say to you, ask and you'll receive. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. For everybody, talking about with God, for everybody who asks receives. Everybody who asks in this way, with shameless audacity. See, if you know God has promised it to you, you can ask in that way. Just shameless audacity. You're just going to keep asking. You're going to be so persistent in it. But see, God's not trying to hold it back from you, but the enemy is fighting to keep you from getting. He's delaying the answer so that you'll give up and not continue to believe for what God has promised to you. And so I want to encourage you today to have some shameless audacity in your praying. I mean, come on, just go over the top with it. Shameless. Somebody says, I can't believe they've got the nerve to say or do this or that. I want you to be shameless in your audacity, in your ability just to go after what God has said, because Jesus said that's the way you need to ask for it. I want to encourage you today, go over the top, be shameless in your asking, because he said, if you ask that way, you'll receive. If you'll seek that way, you'll find. And if you knock that way on the door, it'll be given to you. So let's go after what God has promised us today. No matter how the enemy delays, no matter what happens otherwise, let's go after what God has promised to us today. Let's have a little bit, maybe even a lot, of shameless audacity.